Hello Taurus, this is Leslie Ormsby, and yes, I am back doing my videos. These videos for everybody, and on putting them up on YouTube. So you will have probably seen my last video, if you were following me, was put up on June last year, 2022. So yes, things have been organized in my schedule now to start putting these back more into it, so I can get them rolling again. So anyway, it's good to be back and sharing messages and guidances with you, with from Spirit, the angels today, and some of the Syrian ancient guides that have come through, healers that have come through as well. So sending healing and wisdom, to us all. So anyway, this is, yes, for you Taurus, for February 2023. So they've given me a little, I'm doing things a little bit different this time round. We'll see how it goes. I just thought I'd trial it. And where I'm going to work with a question that's come up. So there are lots of questions that we can ask the tarot, and or when we're journaling, and so the thought or an idea popped up to run with that, just to do something different and do it in a different way. And it could be that it may resonate with you. If it does, wonderful. If it doesn't, then check out what your other signs are saying for you, because it might make more sense with what is coming up, and or add to what is coming up in this reading here. So they've given me 4 cards. So these are, at the moment, these are Archangel Michael's messages that are coming through. And we're going to run basically through the week, so with the 4 cards. So the first card out is wear colors. Oh, I forgot the question. So the question is, so if I woke up tomorrow without any fears, what should I do first? Okay. So what I'm hearing is, and that could be a theme that is has been running around your energy or your thoughts and feelings lately, and it could be, and it could be something that's just hit you now, or it might be something that you might want to, that the Spirit is suggesting to look at in order for you to move past something that you may not have quite got yet. So anyway, just roll with it, and like I say, if it does resonate, just leave it, and check out another reading that's on your sign, on your astrological chart. So the first color out is, like, one of the suggestions here is, like, if you did, what could you do is, like, wear different colors that lift your vibration to move out of that fear space. So, and when our vibration, and you will, when our vibration is higher or vibrating at or at a different frequency, and especially if something was, in a happier frequency or energy, things start to, look differently to us, whether, rather than if we're, wearing, I guess, because I can't even say black, because black can be quite uplifting at times, but then black can be, a colour that subdues our energy as well. But it depends on where we are. So what I'm hearing is, like, it may be why I'm talking about that is maybe you're wearing a lot of darker colours, and it may be time to bring in something colourful, or change the style, changing your style, or bringing in, not fully, but bringing in some colour to raise your vibration. And so that will help you feel a lot happier and glow a little bit differently, and which will help you with moving past, shift your vibration. And you may be a little bit more fearful, you may not be. It might shift your vibration enough to have happier thoughts and feelings, and connect with different energies to put you out there to do things differently anyway. The other thing is, like, listening, looking, reaching for the stars, basically reaching for something else out there that is going to help you raise your vibration. And it's like in trusting your instincts and going with your flow. And when we're not trusting our instincts and going with our flow, that is when fear comes in, because we're not trusting it. And our intuition is trying to tell us something to go one way, but then we're like resisting because of one thing or another. And then it's like, usually, and then we start thinking, okay, it may be the fear is because of the unknown, but actually it might have come from the fear that somebody's planted a seed of that something might not turn out all right, and therefore created a fear of the unknown. And also, they're talking about, emotions of, past stuff that is there. There is that sort of thing. Emotions can get in the way of from depending on what the emotion is about. But often if it's a good emotion and a happy emotion, it's not going to create a fear. So obviously if it's something that is holding you back, an emotion that is holding you back then from moving in any sort of direction, then it's shifting that by trusting your instincts, in the sense of listening to an emotion or feeling into emotion, taking action with an emotion that is going to serve you well, okay, in that sense, or allow you to open yourself up to explore different things, new things, and just even any sort of change in that sense. So the other thing is that this card, the next card, that Spirit or the Archangel Michael has dropped in here is is give yourself time to heal. So there could be something that's going on with you, Taurus, where you have been going through something, so which is hindering or slowing down, or feeling like it is slowing down or hindering your process of moving forward. So what I'm hearing is he's saying, give yourself time to heal, and doing things one step at a time. So I would say, with this one, is changing your vibration. The main thing at the moment seems to be colors is where what he's suggesting here, or what is being suggested here. And just taking your time, giving yourself time to heal, and not rushing through things as well. So there's 3 different messages here already. The next one here, the last card out, is blank, basically. And what happens with what they mean by a blank card, don't you? You've got a clean slate and things, so you can write your own story, and so you just haven't figured it out yet. So but when you figure it out, you've got some clues there to create your own story and what that might look like. Now, there may not be any fears after this, as far as from what you've learned in a process or going through whatever it is that you're going. So it's like shifting, writing a new story without fear in it, is that one with a blank slate there. So I really like how that's turned out. It's like, wow, that's cool. To take note of that myself. So anyway, we'll just have a quick look and see what the tarot has to say. So I'm using the the Golden Wheel Tarot deck at the moment for this lot, and we'll just see what comes through. Take that one, the 5 of Swords. So there, the 5 of Swords. So when the 5 of Swords comes up, that's usually around some sort of dispute or sadness, and that's been going around in your head, around in your energy. But it's like there's something about like just letting that go, basically. And notice that interesting that I noticed the blue actually in the grey. So the grey, for me, the grey in the tarot can often mean about there's something new, a clearing or a cleansing. And, the dark colours don't necessarily mean it's like all doom and gloom, but there's something clearing and cleansing about that. But I'm really noticing the blue. So for me, with the blue that Archangel Michael is associated with, it's like he's just showing and letting you know this is like time to cut through the bullshit, basically, or the drama, and not bringing yourself down, but just releasing it, allowing yourself to release it. But definitely the blue might be a really nice color for you to actually help lift your vibration at the moment. But there's something there with, it's like laying down your swords and surrendering to, that which is out of your control, and not letting things get in the way, basically, of your healing process. So the mind, there's something about the mind, with the swords. It's like, there's a lot to do with the mind overthinking. There's a lot of intellectual stuff there, though. So it may be, I'm hearing like balancing out, the logic, the intellectual side as well as the intuitive side. There may be a bit of balance there, but often we can, overthink things with the swords. However, it's like, I feel like it's just like letting something go, basically. The Hierophant here with the Reach for the Stars. Generally, there's, a new journey, a journey of some sort that you're going through. With the Hierophant, some say, often I talk about a spiritual journey or spiritual learning. There is that too, but I feel like there's more. There is that, but there's some sort of learning that you're going through in order to help you to understand about what is going on for you. So it's not necessarily seeing things from another point of view. Like what I'm hearing is like research and information, gathering research information, but definitely, and seeing things from another point of view, or learning something from a spiritual level or a soul level, as well. And I'm hearing learning about, yourself, basically. What makes you tick and what makes you talk, The Wheel of Fortune, give yourself time to heal. So there is, and when we're going through a healing process, whatever that might be, we do have those, times of, those highs and lows. And sometimes when we're going around in the circle, and sometimes we go that way and then sometimes we go back. And so, there is that, rocking sort of energy there back and forth. But I do feel, though, on saying that the wheel, that could be relevant for some of you, but this is what I'm hearing with this, and what I'm seeing with the Wheel of Fortune is there's a turning point. It's like there's a time, something's changing, basically. It's like there's a switch in the energy, or something happens to like snap you out of it, to click you out of it. But I do feel like there's something is going in the direction now of where there's a completion, basically, where you're seeing more. It's like to your benefit. The change is to your benefit, basically. The Queen of Cups here of this blank slate. It's like, yes, she's taking, the Queen of Cups is like she's in her, I feel like she's with her innate knowing of who she is, in the sense of how she is emotionally. And so there's a sense of rising above her emotions, or, her emotions are leveled out. But she's very, very intuitive, the Queen of Cups too. So there's something about you being more in tune with yourself on an emotional level, but more listening to your intuition and understanding what that is, in order to create this, this blank slate there, or this clean slate to write your own story. So it's like you're writing your own story, knowing in a cool, calm, collected way, basically. That's really interesting. So, the energy seems to be heading that way, where a lot of us are being, working on different things within ourselves in order to position ourselves, in the sense of aligning ourselves for what it is that we do want, rather than what we don't want. So the thing is, like, if we resist, it's going to take a little bit longer. If we're not allowing ourselves to look within and that sort of thing, it will take a short amount of time, if you know what I mean. Cool. So the Two of Wands here is the last card that's coming out that we're going to finish on here. So the Two of Wands talks about, there's something, this looks like these two rams are butting heads. Yes, they are, but it's like there's something coming together. And I feel like there's a plan. Often this card for me talks about, like, you're looking at things, you're weighing things up, or we're weighing things up, And there is, but it's now like, okay, because you've got the idea, or you've got this energy as to where you're going to go or direction to move in a certain direction. But then it's like, okay, now I need a plan. So this one here is like what I'm seeing, even though these rams are butting heads, it's like there's energy coming together where you could put something together. So it may be that you're racking your brain, or how you're going to do it. So this one here, like I say, is talking about bringing a plan together, basically, to guide you to where you're going. So it's like, you've got to start somewhere, right? You've got the idea, you've got the movement, you've got what you need to do, but now it's like, how do I go, what is my goal? What is my plan? How am I going to move this? So out of that, from the information that I now know, okay? So, in going forth, okay, awesome. Well, that was interesting. Yeah. Okay, so that's me just talking to Spirit there. So there's a lot of information in there. So I hope that makes sense to you. And yeah, like I say, this is a trial and to see how this will go. So yeah, drop me a line, give me some feedback. If this is something, if you like what I do, then please subscribe to my channel and or like it. And I will see you next week with an update. Okay, bye for now.